I think there is a bit of confusion when it comes to the simple question, what food is good for us? There are so many different ideas, like should we be eating like cavemen? Should we be fasting for 2 days a week? Should we be juice cleansing? Should we be cutting out fats from our diet or carbohydrates? There's so many things and it's enough to give anyone a headache. So today I'm hitting the streets of Melbourne to find out what people think is good or bad for them. What do you think is good for you in terms of food choices and health and nutrition?
Anything home cooked, fruits, vegetables.
Good balanced diet, protein, low fat, low sugar, carbohydrates if you keep energised, if you do lots of fitness work.
Probably protein. You need a lot of that in your body to keep your muscles sustained and keep your energy up.
Fruits and vegetables, all really natural stuff, whole grains, dairy products moderately. Yeah, just really wholesome natural foods, nothing processed.
Beetroot.
Love beetroot?
I love beetroot.
Is that because you like whole foods?
Well, the more I have raw beetroot and raw carrot in a salad, the more I like whole foods.
Primarily like a plant-based diet seems like the best approach, just because there are like a lot of links between heart disease, cancer and diabetes with cholesterol and saturated fat, trans fats, which are found in lots of, well, all meat and eggs.
Definitely a lot of meat, not so much fast food meat, but like at the butcher, if you go to the meat, you have barbecue. That's always good. And not so much white bread, but grainy bread or wholemeal bread is good.
I reckon meat and vegetables and that. I don't eat a lot of fruit. No, I don't, no. That's one thing I don't do, no.
Too sweet?
No, I don't know. We don't seem to get very good fruit. It's a bit like, yeah, well, you know, in the shops now, they're just all processed stuff.
Food with plenty of fibre, so I try and choose things that aren't too processed.
I live with type 1 diabetes, so for me it's really low GI food. Sugar, big no-no, or refined sugars, big no-no.
I think it's really important just to get like a lot of vegetables and get a lot of variety in your diet and not eat too much of any one particular thing.
I think a good balanced diet of carbs and protein is pretty good.
Fresh food like veggies and fruit and lentils and that sort of stuff. Lots of, I'm not like a huge fan of meat.
Is there any nutrient or food that you think is quite bad for you?
Yeah, takeaway, fast food, fish and chips, pizzas, the heavy, you know, salts and oils and stuff like that, yeah.
Well, I think just over-processed foods, and I try and avoid things
for just
that I guess have
foods,
got a lot of
basic
natural products in there. So try and go for
Whole
just
foods,
basic foods, basic food groups, and sort of stick to those.
Yep, whole foods.
Whole foods, exactly.
Smoked meats like bacon, salami, any kind of meat like that that's cured.
High sodium diets, a lot of junk food, takeout, yeah, things like that, high in fat, high in sugar.
Personally, I don't like having fat on any of my meats or any of my food, so I try to get gluten-free food mainly.
Pretty much everything that we eat when it comes to seafood.
Bad food would obviously be high in fat and high in sugar and salt. So things like takeaway food, or just if you go to a bar, for instance, or a pub and they have really greasy food, a lot of that's not really good for you. It's not so bad once in a while, but if you're having it regularly, it's definitely not good for you.
But currently I'm eating takeaway for the last 1 year.
Really?
Yep, and the only reason is I don't have time to cook.
What kind of takeaway are you eating?
Anything from pizzas to burgers, McDonald's, beep.
Really? For 1 year, like pretty much solid?
Almost 1
Is your heart okay?
I think it's beating. It might stop any day.
So how do you feel eating takeaway for 1 whole year?
Not good, actually.
Just maybe being guilty about stuff, I think, is probably the worst thing.
You just got to be careful of the fats, you know, especially meat fats and that. But, you know, the rest of it's all right.
In terms of health, probably most is people not cooking for themselves.
I have a even balance of carbs in the morning and proteins at night.
Most processed food is filled with shit. Yeah.
Really high fat stuff.
Anything that you can't pronounce. You don't even know half the ingredients in it. You don't know what you're eating. You don't know what's in like all the juices and stuff.
Obviously eating too much fat is not good for you. I think a lot of people stress out a lot about what they eat, and I think that's very bad as well, because a lot of how your body reacts to food is all up in your head more than anything.
It's been so interesting finding out from people what they think is good and bad for them. But now I think it's time to ask some of the experts, so stay tuned.